Hello,
Hello.
everyone.
Welcome and cheers. Welcome to tea time. That's good. I'm drinking this week the one Tricia had last week, which was the spicy, not spicy, just spice dragon red chai, spice dragon red chai. So that's it there. And yeah, it's I like it. It's got rooibos in it, right? Am I pronouncing that right?
Yeah, it's not a black tea, it's rooibos.
No. But yeah, I haven't had much of that in years. When we were downtown with our downtown location and our physical location, Coffee Cravings across the road, Ashley always had a really nice rooibos tea that I would often get. But
he still has it.
Well, I'm sure he does. Yeah, I guess he does. I just don't get down there to get it. But this reminds me of it, and it's quite nice. So what are you drinking today?
I'm just doing a roasted dandelion root today. So I just felt like something similar to coffee, but not having coffee because coffee gives me the jitters a little bit. So I try to stay away.
Shot at once.
Even decaf. I only have like 1 or 2 cups of decaf a week. So yeah, so I'm having that. So something just very robust flavored, but yeah, bitter, more bitter. Yeah.
A little, yeah, sure.
So I'm having that. Yeah. Yeah. So what have you been up to lately?
Well, yoga classes on Saturdays. Yoga classes are still full. So yeah, there's some of the regular folks from time to time can't make it, but there's still people on the waiting list. So yeah, that's full to capacity at the moment. But I am looking forward to the more spring yoga when we get the opportunity. It dries up and it's warm, steady, that we can be outdoor, and then we can more than double the numbers there. So I'm looking forward to that. And I've also been thinking about seeing that there's been a few more, at least in my looking at numbers, a few more COVID cases around, and just thinking about how energy medicine might benefit that or could be beneficial for that. So I was trying to think of, like, I'm doing an energy medicine session with an intention of preventative. How can we help someone's energy, boost that up for preventative measure if you are exposed to COVID? What could be done? And so yeah, I think working with your auric field, the aura, the energy surrounding your body could be quite big as well. And overall, just keeping your energy levels up so that your immune system has the energy to work through or fight off and keep that stuff at bay. Because I mean, if your immune system and your energy systems are topped up, you probably, this newer version, I'm sure you would get it, and you would stay asymptomatic and probably not even know you've had it. I'm pretty confident that energy medicine would come across that way hugely. But yeah, someone who's immune compromised, even with the energy medicine and a good diet, might have more challenge. But anyway, I've been contemplating that and thinking about how I might be able to promote that or encourage people. So anyway, if you know somebody who feels that they could use a boost, energy tune-up and they, as a means of preventing or keeping COVID at bay, they could reach out to me. That would be good. And you had a comment?
Well, I was just going to say, also during that energy session that you do, you could also provide some energy exercises. If they do get it, how are some things that they can stimulate their immune system, their lymph system?
Yeah.
If they do get it, in order to help, because we found that when we both had it,
yeah,
you fared very well, and I felt I fared worse. So, and I didn't do any energy medicine. You did the energy medicine. So,
right.
I mean, we're different people, but still, I think there's some merit there to.
Well, it is, and I think I've mentioned this before, like just doing energy medicine or just working out like once a week, you're going to get some benefit. But if you do it consistently, like if you work out regularly, 2 or 3 times a week, you can have stronger muscles, right? In general, versus you work out once a month or once a week, you get more. Same with the energy medicine. Like I do a little bit of energy medicine daily, and some days multiple times in the various capacities. But anyway, because I do it so frequently, I feel my energy system, if it does dwindle, I can charge it back up pretty fast, pretty easily. And because of that, yeah, my experience of when we had COVID go through the house was like literally less than 12 hours. Like I totally felt off, and I knew something was off, and I identified that. And yeah, I used like spleen meridian, working with my spleen meridian and K27 points. Those too, a lot, and drinking extra water, and then intention mindset goes a long way in that too. Not that I didn't approach it in any way that I was afraid of COVID. I approached it in a way that said, you're welcome. If you're here, that's fine. And my body is strong and healthy and vital. So if you're here, we just become friends, and we can just become, well, whatever you want to call that, a union or togetherness. And that was the type of mindset I had. And it was literally 12 hours. But again, I think that comes with practice. So that's enough about that. What's new with you?
Well, I am getting ready to launch my metabolic balance program, which is my one-on-one 6-month commitment with me, metabolic balance. So it's a weight loss program. That's what it is. So if you are struggling with weight loss, you've tried lots of things, nothing seems to be working, you're willing to commit to work with a coach for 6 months, you're willing to get some blood work done and to get a meal plan specific for you, and eat that food that's specific for you because you are looking for the missing piece after trying lots of things. This is the program. It is the weight loss program. And again, support for 6 months. Maybe you don't need the support for 6 months, if you only have 10 pounds to lose, but the support will be there, and I will continue to support you through that 6 months, because as you lose, you want to be able to maintain. And so you can think of it that way. Or maybe if there's more weight to lose, you need that 6 months of coaching. So getting people onboarded right now and in the next couple of months, because everybody that is onboarded now, we're going to go through until Christmas. So if you want to do this program, this is really the only time of the year that I'm going to be launching it, because I want all of us to be done and through by Christmas. So I know it seems weird to think that far away, but 6 months is a commitment. And anyway, if you're interested, please just send me a message, and then we'll get on a phone call and see if it's a good fit. So the women who have done really well in this program are, you're already eating well, you're already exercising, you're walking, just trying to stay healthy, just don't know what the missing piece is. And those are the women that seem to do really well, because it's an easy transition for them just to go, oh, I have to eat this and this and this, and then it works out. So yeah. So
those people have seen change come quicker, is what you're saying, versus someone who's maybe not as active or not as in tune with their diet. Those folks still see improvements, but they may take longer. Is that what you're saying?
And there's challenges along the way. So if you're eating like pizza every night for dinner, you can't eat pizza for dinner every night. It's not going to fit into this plan. So that could be a challenge. How can I make sure that I'm getting those right nutrients that I'm supposed to be having into my diet, and fit into my lifestyle? So it's yeah. So we can do a call about that. And I've been busy gardening. You can see some plants back there on the shelf. So I've got most of my seeds started now. And I also did some, I usually buy plants already started. So this has been new for me this year, that I'm planting I'm doing all my seeds by myself. And so I reached out to Fullerton Farms, because they do lots of gardening. And I said, what can I plant right now? Because I think you can put seeds in the ground right now. So he told me a list of things. So I put kale, lettuce, spinach in the ground right now, and peas in the ground. And also, these are seeds. And then also I'm going to sow some beets and carrots, and all of my cruciferous veggies, those seeds right in the ground right now. But I have to get the chickens out of the garden, so I got to work that out. But that'll be happening for April. So keep the chickens from the garden.
And that because
they dig up the seeds.
They're scratching. They're looking for stuff after winter. So they're looking for anything new and fresh. So they end up digging up seeds, or they see you working in the garden and stirring up the ground, and then they're instantly want to go and dig up them stuff themselves. But I think we talked about maybe fencing in the garden all the way around this year.
But it's exciting.
It's no big deal. It's a little bit of effort, but we'll do that work.
Because usually I don't actually start gardening until May. So the fact that I'm starting in April is great, and it gets me outside. And I hope I don't get sick of it, because sometimes at the end of the season, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm just so done. But I hope that I can stay on task. And yeah. So I'm excited about that. We'll have lots of good food coming in the house.
Oh yeah, we should. Well, we should, but I'm going to mention that we got 6 new ladies, as in hens.
Yes.
Late last week. I forget. Yeah, I think they came late
Thursday.
Late last week. So they haven't even been here a week yet. But so introduced 6 new ladies with the other ladies, and everyone seems to be getting along just fine. Sometimes when you put the new birds in with the older birds, there's a little bit of sorting things out, sort of the pecking order happens. Yeah. But I think the leghorns, the white birds we've got, are a little older, so they haven't been too intense. So yeah, they all seem to be getting along quite well there.
Yeah.
And let me grab one for you.
They're small right now because they're new layers, so they're just starting to lay.
So leghorns lay a nice white egg, and then we've got some other hens. So just because their laying process is just starting, the eggs are smaller. That's typical. We often see that, and then within a few weeks, these brown guys will be about the same in size as the whites, but they started to lay, which is great, because sometimes with the transition of moving from one place to another, there's a little stress, and that laying process gets delayed. Anyway, new ladies, doing well.
So that's good. So
you had go ahead.
I was gonna say, so we have some new books that we wanted to share. We haven't shared books in a while, but so my birthday was a week and a half ago.
Well, not that long ago. Yeah. Sorry.
And one of the things I asked for my birthday was this book by Asha Frost called "You Are the Medicine." Yeah. And I just went through just a little bit of the introduction, not much, but what beautiful writing. It's really I feel like it's like poetry, like the way she writes, just really beautiful. But anyway, on the bottom, so the name of the book is called "You Are the Medicine." And underneath it says 13 moons of indigenous wisdom, ancestral connection, and animal spirit guidance. So cool. I'm really looking forward to digging into this book. And like I said, it was just the first few pages I read, I was like, wow, this is just so beautifully written. So anyway, it does dig a little bit deeper into some of the issues that we are definitely facing today. So it's not going to carry that same tone, but anyway, great,
because it's a brand new book. It just came out,
and she's from Ontario, Canada as well. So
just came out this month.
Just came out last week,
maybe. Oh, okay. It's only a week old.
Or 2 weeks. Yeah, so it just came out
brand new.
Yeah, and you're reading.
Yeah, I got this for my birthday, which wasn't mentioned, which was back in March. But this one is The Archer, which is by Paulo Coelho. I don't know if I say the book The Alchemist. Some of you folks may know that book, kind of that hero's journey. So this is I don't know, you could call it a companion book to that. And rather than me just going on about, I'm going to just read part of the description from the inside leaf of the book, because it seems to describe it well. It says, in The Archer, we meet, Tetsuya, a man once famous for his prodigious gifts with a bow and arrow, but who has since retired from public life. The challenger who comes searching for him, and the boy who observes their competition. Afterward, the boy has many questions, and in answering them, Tetsuya illustrates the way of the bow and tenets of a meaningful life. I've read this book before, that's why I asked for the book. But it's just very good. It just builds in things like intention and posture, and how you might practice and build habits towards things that. So what basically, this guy comes as a challenger and shows off his talent with a bow by shooting a cherry from quite a distance and hitting, we think of the size of a cherry, and he hits it. And then the master, then the archer, who the challenger came to impress the master, then basically takes him out for a short walk, and they end up on a swaying bridge out in over a big valley. And then he chooses a peach, which is much closer and a larger target, that then can shoot and hits the peach, and then asks the challenger then to stand on the bridge and try to hit the peach, and he can't even hit the peach. So just showing you that you may have this talent, but when things get difficult, how do you manage, or how do you learn to manage your skills or your talents? So it's more of a lifestyle, and being able to manage your stress is the biggest thing. So using analogies of bow and arrow and targets and things like that, the author there, Paulo Coelho, describes all that and how you might take some of these aspects into your life to manage stress in any situation you might come across. So it's quite cool.
Mm-hmm. And it's going to be, it's a beautiful day.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a high of 17. So
Today, yeah.
usually we take our lunch outdoors and get our vitamin D for the day. So after lunch, I'm going to have a little
We'll
quick
sit out on
15-minute
the deck
read.
and
Yes.
take
Get
a pause in the sun.
Mm-hmm,
Cool.
mm-hmm.
All right, let's get to the detoxing part. So we've got a few minutes left to talk about detoxing. So we want to talk about like detoxing, like your mind or your thoughts or your thinking. So, right, if you find yourself pessimistic or having negative thoughts, or maybe you don't even notice, but maybe someone has pointed that out to you. But even
like
if you don't notice, you might want to consider things like positive thinking. So just looking for the glass half full rather than half empty, or looking for the good in a situation rather than the bad. I'm not saying don't acknowledge the bad, because often that gives you an opportunity to learn. Mm-hmm. Like in that Archer book, they would see how something has gone wrong, it didn't work, and then you learn from that to progress or evolve or improve. So thinking positively, certainly one. Did you want to add any, or do you want me to go?
No, you can keep going. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm quite optimistic.
No, I think
a lot.
Are,
yeah,
for sure.
Quite often, most of the time. Mm-hmm. I think the past couple of years has been challenging. I see a lot more negative thoughts coming in, which just trying to learn to put them at bay and stay positive.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, it's not. Like I say, acknowledge that they're there, but don't let them rule the situation. Right?
Yeah, I think gratitude plays a huge role in that as well, and being grateful for all of your things that you have,
all your blessings.
Like even yesterday when we went to, we were fortunate enough to go to Gabby's badminton tournament, mm-hmm. and that was like, I was just so grateful. And then there was a moment where I was like, oh, do I cancel my clients and go to this tournament? No, I better keep my clients and not go to the tournament. But then I was like, no, I haven't been able to do any of this for 2 years. So. And to be honest, the kids are they're getting older. Like there's not too many more years left that we can go and enjoy this. So I'm like, canceling, going to watch my kids play.
So there's that thought of as a business, yes, we're looking to help other people, but we also have to put yourself first. You have to take care of yourself first. You got to put your oxygen mask on first before you can help anyone else. So nourishing ourselves by taking the time to go and see and spend time with our kids is very nourishing. And so there's noticing a thought and changing. You did exactly that. And gratitude is a great gateway to that, right? So if you don't, you could do gratitude journaling, like especially just before bed, is whether you physically write it or you just contemplating or thinking it as you're about to fall to sleep. Think about all the amazing things you saw in your day, or the great foods you ate, or the company you had with you all day long, pets or family, friends, any of that. Just put you in a nice mindset as you go off to sleep, and tends to improve your quality of sleep or the types of dreams that you might have versus, watching some crazy program that maybe has a lot of stuff in your mind and in your thoughts, and then that may be a little bit unrestful in your sleep. So there's that. Another one for detoxing mind or conditioning your mind to stay in a nice positive frame is affirmations, like a nice positive I am statement. I am whatever you want to throw in there: healthy, vibrant, successful at my metabolic 6-month program, whatever it might be. But and then you could also back that up with energy medicine as well, up the front of the body, from your pubic bone up the front of the body, under the chin to your bottom lip is your central meridian. So there's 2 main meridians up the front of the body, and one at the back that connect up and offer energy out from that center line to everything else. But if you repeat an affirmation, the energy medicine exercise is called the zip up, and I've got a YouTube video on it. But if you trace, and you could use your middle fingers or any fingers, or the palms of your hand could overlap and you come up. But I tend to use the middle finger and just speak that affirmation out loud. If I'm just saying I'm healthy, I might trace up and then off the bottom that come up and around and I am healthy, and then repeating I am healthy. Now those affirmations, I'm just going to mention, you can say it kind of mundane and you're not going to get a lot out of it. Like I am healthy, I'm healthy. But if you adjust your posture, and again, going back to that book, the Archer, right? Like getting in good posture, good energy, good state of mind, good frame of mind, and saying those statements, and then generating the emotion that what healthy feels like. Even if you're faking it, fake it to make it for 30 seconds. I am healthy, flow up that meridian. I am healthy. And I usually recommend a minimum of 3, but you could do as many as you want. You could do 300 if you really wanted to, but that'll help condition your energy system to be tied in with your emotional system, your thoughts there, to keep you charged. Or if you experience a stress and you're like, then you might be able to even mentally just visualize. You, if you're out in public, you don't want to maybe trace yourself up the front of the body. It might seem awkward in a public place, but visually you can just, in your mind's eye, notice that energy is flowing up as you're thinking, and you're, I am healthy, or I am calm, or I am reset.
And probably everybody has something that you do, whether it's like you take a big breath, or and some people, this is like, some people disagree with this affirmation, or my maybe mantra it is, I don't know, fake it until you make it. I always, when I started teaching Zumba, I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing. Just fake it until you make it. And then like, hey, it worked. It's fine. I don't use that mantra anymore because I'm like, 11 years later, I think I can teach Zumba pretty good.
Right. But it's a good starting point. Right?
Yeah. Like, I needed to envision. So this is what I would do. I would envision, what is the instructor that you want to be? What is the instructor that you want to be? Maybe you're not there yet, but put yourself there and try to be that. And so I was just, again, was visualizing the instructor that I wanted to be, and then putting myself in there. And the beginning, and it was, it's hard to cue, but now it's much easier because I've been doing it. And and even other instructors that I see, even ones doing teaching yoga, and I'm like, oh wow, I really like how she said that, or I like how she transitioned there. It was like, I picture myself as that, as myself, but kind of like, how can I incorporate that and bring that forward? So, and I think with any transformation that you do, any like, I'm thinking more of like the metabolic balance program, like you have a goal for weight loss. Can you envision yourself as the person who's lost weight? Can you be that person? Can you be that person now before the weight is even lost? We have to just change our way of thinking. Like, I am that person,
Right. And that's all wonderful, because I'm going to say, your energy, your thoughts follow your energy, or your energy follow your thoughts. So if you're saying, I might be successful at this program, you might be successful, right? That's that literal. But if you're confidently saying, I am, or I will be successful, or I'm so happy, or I'm so grateful for completing successfully the 6-month metabolic program, or whatever it is, that fake it till you. I know we say fake it till you make it, but I use that as a reference for the essence of that idea, rather than, what I mean, not to fake it in a poor way, but to act it as if exactly what you were already saying. So yeah, I'm and like I said, even for 30 seconds, I am that instructor for these 30 seconds, as I am the best Zumba instructor. I am the best Zumba instructor. And you can word that any way you want. You don't have to, like, that doesn't have to be like conceited in any way. You can just say, I'm the best Zumba instructor I can be, or something like that. You can add that on if that other part is too much in heady wise. Anyway, so there you go. There's a few ideas on how to detox or work or condition your mind to stay more positive. But if it does get off, you can use those as detoxing, clearing of your mind. And then next week, we're going to talk more about some similarity, but more about the emotional aspect of what might need to be detoxed for emotions. And I'm sure you can think of traumas or things in your life that maybe have been pretty traumatic or difficult in emotions, and how those might sit with you for far longer than the incident. Maybe you've lost someone or had an argument, and it's 2 or 3 years later, and you're still reminiscing or going back and playing that scenario over and over in your head, and crashing your energy system and your immune system down every time it just gets triggered. That's a word that seems to be pretty common these days, is triggered. So we'll talk about EFT, or I'm going to talk about EFT and help you with that for helping to break some of those potential triggers.
Yeah, and it's interesting, right? Because we can all, you know, I've been fretting over this one incident that's happened the last couple of months, and it just like, I just need to let it go. It just keeps coming up and coming up and coming up, and I'm like, I don't know how to let this go, but I need to just maybe probably do some tapping to let it go.
Yeah, we could try that.
Yeah, I think that would be good.
All
so
right.
I think also I just wanted to add, you know, as we are trying to detox our negative thoughts and get more positivity in our life, just be mindful of when they're coming in. When are those thoughts coming in? What situation are you in? What are you doing? Are you eating something? Are you is the weather bad? Like, what is creating that? So you can maybe understand what is causing some of those negative thoughts as well, and then being able to just, you know, turn that around. Oh, it's raining today. Oh, what a terrible day. I'm just going to sit on the couch all day. Oh, it's raining today. That means it's going to supply my garden with some good good water for the soil and for the plants that I'm going to plant. So this is good.
Yeah, or it's a good day to have 10 extra minutes to read or whatever.
Yeah,
or do your art or your photography or whatever.
Or I'll curl my hair or something.
All right, very good.
Or read a good book.
Or read a good book.
Anyway,
thanks for joining us.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. We'll see you next week.
Cheers.
Take care. I'm empty, but take care. We'll see you soon.